right, so in this video, we're just going to talk about when you're first starting to learn how to play chords. There's a couple tricks that you can do to help it be easier. A lot of people, when you first start playing chords or doing anything on the neck, especially with chords, your gut instinct to put your first finger down first, because that's how you grab stuff. But actually, if you're just starting out, remember, this is if you're just starting out, and it calls for, say, all four fingers for a chord, say like a G, you want to lay your pinky down, then your 3, then your 2, then your 1. I call it the countdown. Why would you do this? Because when you do this, it's an odd behavior if you're just starting to play. You've never done this before. And what happens is it keeps your hand relaxed so that you can better shape your hand on the neck to play chords. By keeping your hand relaxed more often, you tend to learn how to press in and play to execute. So if I did this, I would go 4, 3, 2, 1 to play a chord. I would not go 1, 2, 3, 4. However, if you've been playing for some period of time, your hand is going to pre-shape to get to the chord before it's even on the strings. But initially, when you're first starting to learn how to play chords, this is what you want to do because it does keep your hand relaxed. The more your hand is relaxed, the longer you can play. So you press in to play, now you're going to get rigid, and then you relax when you're done. Let's say that you are trying to play the dreaded F chord. That is the phrase for the F chord. This is the one exception to this rule. And I wouldn't even call it a rule, I'd call it a suggestion. Again, remember, this is if you're just starting out, brand new. The F chord can be a bit of a challenge because what you have to do, the traditional F chord, what you have to do is you have to bar on the first 2 strings like that, okay? Then you're going to be bringing your other fingers into that shape, your 2nd and your 3. You would do this with a 1, 2, 3 count because you want to work on getting those 2 to ring out nice and clear. Then you're going to add your 2, and then you're going to add your 3. And when you do this, if you can see my hand, I've layered my fingers on top of each other, okay? That's what you do when you play an F. Now, just real quick, if you're trying to play the F chord and you've never done this before, go up to, say, the 5th fret and play the shape. Don't play it in first position. Play it in 5th, 6th, or 7th position. Remember where your first finger is, that's a position. Play it up the neck so you're not fighting the tension of the nut. It's more pliable here. Is it a different chord? Yeah, it's a different chord. If I did it on the 5th fret, it's a chord. But we're still working on the shape, the F shape. And so you'll have greater success starting right off the bat by doing it, say, here versus here. As you get good with this shape, the F shape, begin to transfer it back down to first. And that's one way to ease yourself into playing that chord shape when you're just starting out. Then one more side note, let's just talk about playing bar chords, B-A-R-R-E. So when you're playing a bar chord, and we'll call it the F-E chord, that's a full 6-string shape. And this is the shape, okay? So it's got the E shape in it, all right? And it's also got the F shape in it. So I'm doing this to show you here would be an E chord, here's an F, up here would be an A, but I'm using all 4 of my fingers, so I'm going to go 4, 3, 2, and then I lay my first finger down. By doing this, your hand has a greater strength. Rather than starting with your first finger and you're trying to nail that down, then you restrict the movement of these other fingers. Keep your hand relaxed and go 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, that's an easy little trick to get chords to sound out with more success when you're just starting out. Again, in time, your hand will pre-shape before it even gets to the neck, that chord, whatever that chord is. So again, this is just when you're starting out, all right? There you go. Thanks for watching this video. Again, I'm Phil Olson. To purchase the Awesome Guitar Series, click on the link below. It'll take you to Amazon. You can see full descriptions of each one of the volumes. After you've made your purchase and you receive them, go home and practice.